Hey everyone, I am out here getting ready to do one of the more interesting bits of work that we've done down here on the homestead, and what I'm going to be doing is mixing a bunch of chicken litter and a bunch of compost for the garden, so that we're going to put on the garden this spring. And what I've got is, about 6 months ago we brought in a pile of a big trailer full of chicken litter, and then we brought in a bunch of compost, and I got about 5 yards worth of compost from a local nursery and wood chipping business, and I probably got about 3 yards of chicken litter. And the chicken litter is something that is going to be, you have to be real careful with it because it's so hot chemically. It's so hot when it's fresh that you really can't put it on the garden without burning and killing your plants. Now, we've had this sitting down here for about 6 months, and it set about 2 years before we got it, and so it's probably going to be okay. But there was so much of it; it was so concentrated where it was piled where we got it, that I'm not completely sure that I'm comfortable with it yet, even though it's probably okay. But the nitrogen content I know is really strong, because when we were loading it up, it was strong. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically mix about a 50-50 mixture of compost and chicken litter, and probably mix up about a yard of it in that way, which I believe will be plenty for our garden over here, and kind of let it sit and marinate together. And in a couple of weeks we're going to be going ahead and spreading it onto the garden. So that's what I'm going to do right here right now, is just mix a little bit of this up with the tractor and using the tractor bucket. Alright, so that will be about a 50-50 mixture of chicken litter and compost right there, and we'll just let it sit for a few days, and then we're going to go ahead and put it up on the garden. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? Yeah, so the chicken litter is something that that we've had experience with in the past. When I was a kid, my parents bought a place that had a big chicken run in it for years, and they didn't have gardens in there, it was just chickens. And my mom planted a garden there, and the growth rate of the vegetables and things that she planted was unbelievable. We had muskmelons, I remember, that were like the size of basketballs, and they were sweet. I mean, there was just no describing them. And so that's what we're doing with the chicken litter. So as I brought that in last year, it's set down here for about 6 months, and normally I don't know that would be enough because it was so concentrated. There's so much of it, and so we just got done mixing it with the compost. Now I'm hoping that will be enough, but chicken litter has a lot of nitrogen in it. It has sulfur. It has, I don't know, I read quite a number of things. They said that it really needs to sit for about 6 months to 12 months. I think that's going to be, I think we're going to be okay with that, because the stuff that we got had set for a while, but again, like I say, it was in such a big concentrated pile that when we dug into it and unburied it, it was just made your eyes water. It was so strong. So anyway, we're going to put it on in small doses this spring, and probably over the next couple of years we'll continue to build up the soil with a combination of the chicken litter and the compost. We've got enough to probably last us 2 or 3 or 4 years, and I think it's going to, over time, I think it's going to do really, really well for us, and we'll continue to mix it together over probably the course of this summer and going into next spring, until it's all mixed in really good with the compost, and then see how that works on our garden up there. We're in Southwest Missouri, and it's rocks and clay, but the garden beds that we've got are really good soil that we put in them, and again, more compost, and we even used some composted wood chips that the utility company dropped off for us when they were clearing power lines around this area. So anyway, that's what we're doing right now, and then we'll see how things go this summer as the garden starts coming to life. If you would, hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, and we'll see you next time. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a like and a share, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and the notification bell. See you next time.